This is a short explanation about how to answer a 16 marker, and I'm using one from Zimbardo's study of conformity to social roles, that is the Stanford Prison Experiment. The question is, discuss how Zimbardo's study of conformity to social roles has contributed to our understanding of human behavior. It wants to know how our study of conformity, that is, needing to fit in with a situation or group, to our roles, in the case of the Stanford Prison Experiment, into the roles of guards and prisoners, and how that contributed to our understanding of human behavior. What did it teach us? And so, as in all 16-point questions, you're looking at about 6 marks for the background. These are AO1 marks, that's information, and approximately another 10 marks for fleshing that out. In other words, where you're looking at evaluation and discussion. If you have a look at the model answer, it begins with an introduction. Very briefly, it just states the main idea of the study, and then there's a carefully and well set out outline of Zimbardo's study. And I'm going to pause the video for a moment to let you read it, and then we'll quickly have a look at the breakdown of how the marks were achieved, and I've done that in blue. So just pause for a moment. Okay, back again. We see here that in this outline, we've got an accurate and detailed description. There was effective use of terminology, key terms like social roles, conformity, dispositional versus situational factors, and you need to know what those are. Dehumanizing, these are all used correctly. And then it's well organized, as I mentioned. And now we go on to the discussion part, discussion and evaluation. And if you have a look at this first paragraph, you see how the participants were psychologically screened, seen to be normal, and yet they behaved in unusual and cruel ways. So that's got clear implications for institutions such as prisons and the military, and perhaps even in schools. That first point, the situational explanation, is a strength. It's not just stated. This point is developed by explaining how it challenges dispositional views and why this is significant. It has profound implications. Point number 2 refers to another strength, and that is where we see that the study is linked to a broader debate in psychology and a real-world application, that is Abu Ghraib. And this kind of begins to stray into AO2, which is application, but that fits in, that's fine. And so this shows a deeper understanding. And then the next paragraph speaks about a limitation or a weakness, and that's the ethics. It doesn't just say it was unethical, but it explains why and explains the consequences of the ethical issues, which are that the study can't be replicated because it's unethical, and that undermines its validity. Another point, lack of realism and demand characteristics. There are a couple of marks here in this paragraph. And then another point, again, a couple of marks here looking at oversimplification and individual differences. And rather than me reading through this, you can read it, you can pause the video and read it through, but I'll also include this document, so you can open it and read it as you wish. You can print it out if you want. And there's a brief conclusion which just ties everything up. Why this is a top band answer? Well, it follows the perfect structure. It's balanced, it uses evidence, it links to issues and debates, and it answers the question directly. I hope you found that useful.